It is New Year's Eve and we're having internet problems again. The optical light on the internet box is not working. As you know, we are heavily reliant on the internet for our work. So I called the cat technicians today and I wasn't expecting them to be so efficient, to be honest, especially on a day like this. But they opened a case and within a couple of hours a technician has arrived. So much faster than when we first set up the connection. I did a little research on how fibre optic cables work and found out a little bit more about the technology. I actually find stuff like that very interesting and I always like to learn new things like that, so it didn't bother me having to spend some time learning about those things, but I had to use the internet to do it. So I was on Sachas mobile data learning about cables last night and I was up far too late, so now I'm quite sleepy. The technician just left to check the outside cables, but he doesn't seem to be out here, so I don't know which cable he's checking. Hopefully we can get back online today so that I can continue with my work and also I can keep in contact with Sasha because she is on her way back to me tomorrow and I'm very excited about that. I want to make sure everything's ready for her. And that includes you, Mr. Eden. I want to make sure you're nice and stinky fresh. What are you doing in Grandad's room? What are you on Grandad's bed? Good morning, you. Good morning. Oh, you're so cute. We have decided to allocate this room for Gillian so she has some privacy when she gets here with Sasha, and Dad will move outside onto the sofa bed. He needs to get up and go to the toilet quite a lot in the night, so it makes sense for her not to be out there because he'd be walking past her every night. So this room needs to be cleared out for her. My room needs to be freshened up, and then I feel like I'll be ready to drive to Bangkok to go and get them. Back on the subject of the internet, one thing I have to say for this cat service is, despite the problems we had at the beginning, their service centre is actually quite good. When I finally found the right number for it, which was 1322, the people on the other end of the line, they speak really good English, they were quite efficient on the phone, they managed to sort out a technician within a couple of hours, which I thought is pretty good. I haven't had that kind of service from an internet technician before, so if they could fix this and get it up and running today, I'll be very impressed. Technician is back. He's brought some serious kit with him to try and sort out why there's no fibre optic connection. I'm optimistic about this. Thanks to the cat technician, we are back online. I'm very impressed at the service, actually. Cat has redeemed themselves. We have an optical connection once again. He said that the box on the wall had a broken wire in it somehow. I'm not sure, maybe Eden dug it? It's impossible to say. He replaced the fibre optic cable. That one he's got in his hand right now was the one that was broken. And our connection is now back online. So Eden, was this you? Was this you? Did you do this? I'm innocent until proven guilty. And you cannot prove it. He's left me a nice bit of rubbish on the floor so I can see what was broken. This was the culprit. Tiny, tiny little wires carry all that information, eh? Amazing. For any geeks out there that might be interested in a little bit of a technical side, did you know that the information in a fibre optic cable travels at the speed of light? Very cool. Wow, impressive. It's actually got faster now that they've done that little repair. Got an extra 10 Mbps out of that. Brownie points for cat internet. So now that that's sorted, it's on to the subject of what do two guys do on New Year's Eve when they're not interested in partying or drinking alcohol or anything like that. I heard that there may be some fireworks happening somewhere down on the beach, but I don't want to drive to Hua Hin Beach because I guarantee you will get stuck in traffic, we'll get pulled over by the police for drinking tests and whatnot. So what I might do is I might drive down to the quiet local beach that's very near to us, about 3 kilometers away, and see if we can see them from here, so we don't actually have to go all the way down there. And that will be enough for me. Chill out, perhaps go see some fireworks at midnight, and then go to bed. Time for a work break. I'm going to join my dad in the pool. I've been trying to teach my dad how to doggy paddle. He had no idea what doggy paddling was until I showed him the other day. So we've just been doing that, taking lessons from Eden the dog. We're just talking about how nice it is to have the pool so close to the house. And even if it was just on the other side of the street, it would create a completely different mood and dynamic, and you would probably not go out there as often. That is one thing that I'm very pleased about with this move to Hua Hin. One-handed special. Me and Dad are watching vlogs while we eat lunch. My cousin Salim is also a vlogger, and he's put up quite a few videos recently, and he's just arrived in Thailand.
Finally, we have arrived. We are in Phuket, Thailand.
So just catching up on a few of Salim's vlogs, and then we are gonna just keep relaxing, I think, perhaps watch some TV, and then we'll go down to the beach later, I think, to see these fireworks. Let's see what that's all about. Might as well make an effort. I lied to you, I'm not going to do nothing. Completely forgot, I've got tons to do. I need to get this house sorted and cleaned and everything before Sasha gets back. So first of all, Eden walk, then wash the car. Yep, come on, Eden walk first, and then I'm going to wash the car. Come on, let's go. Whee! Lap. Good. Okay, I'm back. Eden was running quite fast, so I exhausted myself a bit. But now it's time to give this car a bit of pampering. Back when I used to work in a body shop, one of my bosses shut down his business because he came up with an invention exactly for this problem. When you have a hose and you're trying to pull it round the car and it gets stuck under the wheel because of the tyre, he invented a very simple wedge with a curved back that goes underneath each wheel when you start washing a car or you use an airline in a workshop. So you can just pull the hose or the airline around the car and it goes like a snake. And done well out of it. I think he called it Snag-Its or something. I could use a Snag-It right now. I know some of you might be thinking, why on earth is he washing his own car? Why don't you just take it to one of those Thai car washes? They'll do an amazing job for like 200 baht. And while that is true, there's a problem with that. Those Thai car washes would not respect the damaged paintwork and they would attack this car with a jet wash, and I guarantee you, it would flake away. And so I'm stuck washing this car myself until I get some decent paint on this car, because it is rather stupid that I have to go to such measures to stop paint flaking off from my vehicle. Washing the car in a driveway like this reminds me of one of our old episodes that I made where I was washing the motorbike back in Chiang Mai. Who remembers that? Yeah, here's a reminder. Even normal routines seem to feel special when you really take that moment to absorb what's around you. That was a nice video and I enjoyed making that one. At that time when we made that, that was when we were at our most in love with Thailand. Like the 2nd year mark. Settled in nicely and enjoying everything that we were doing to the maximum. And it also goes to show that you can have like a moment of reflection or a moment of beauty anywhere, even on your driveway, washing an old car, an old bike. Funnily enough, despite any romantic notions I may have had about washing this car at sunset, it was probably the worst time I could have chosen to wash this car, because the sun comes directly into the port at this time of day and pretty much dries all the soap before I get a chance to rinse it off. So Car's looking fresh enough. I've just done this. Sasha collects love stones from around the world. These particular hearts were all collected on our walks in Thailand. She asked me to make the house look a little bit our own, even though it's not. So I've been looking through all of our stuff, all the shells and all the stones, and trying to find somewhere to put them so that it looks nice and makes it a bit more housey. I'm also planning on finding a moment to stick this on the car somewhere. Mark Murphy gave me this, and I've been trying to find a spot for it. It's been in the car for quite a while, so I'm not sure how sticky it's going to be. I've been meaning to sort out this terrible sticker placement that the shop did for a long time, but this is the best I can do for now. I'm not going to try and take it off. I'm quite pleased with that. What do you think? Just putting together the office desk. Dad is hard at work unscrewing and screwing together the old office desk so we can use it as a office desk. The last screw, and then the table is finished. A few hours have passed and now we are cooking pork tenderloin in the pan. We googled how to cook a pork tenderloin perfectly and this was the solution. Coconut oil and a few minutes on each side, slightly pink in the middle. Now just last night when I went to Papa John's I had a pork tenderloin and it was slightly pink in the middle and I thought I've never had pork like that before, but it turned out to be just right. It was really nice and I didn't get sick. So I learnt myself a lesson there. Pork can be slightly pink. Let's just hope we do it right. I'm also mixing up some sweet potato with a bit of salt and pepper and corn. It would have been great if I bought some fresh spinach as well, but when I was in Tesco's the other day I just had to get out of there. There was too many people and I couldn't find any. But never mind, it should still be tasty. My dad always moans at my mum for overcooking pork. So this is my dad's first time cooking pork tenderloin and I've challenged him to see if he can cook it just right like he says he can. Let's see what the deal is on the inside. You may have done it. So there you have it, my dad isn't all talk. He backed up his claims with a really nicely cooked tenderloin. So let's just add the vegetables to that and have some dinner. I added some coriander at the last minute to give it a little bit more colour and flavour and depth. So this is our dinner for tonight. That, and that. It's simple, but it should be good.
Men's cooking.
Yeah. Yes. I added a fried egg at the last minute to give me some more protein. Now let's see how this tastes. Very good. Really soft. Dinner is over. It is about 11:30 at night and we are going to go down to the coast to see if there's anything happening down by the beach for midnight. I have no idea if there's going to be anything going on, but I thought it'd be nice to be by the sea and see what happens. Eden is nicely tucked away, Dad is on his way, and we will be on our way straight after. I can't lie, I'm a little concerned about drunk drivers and police out tonight. This time of year and this time of day will be particularly notorious for drunk drivers being out on the street. So I'm on high alert. Dad is ready. Let's get in the car. We are heading down to Tasani Beach, which is our nearest beach to our house. It's about 3 kilometers from where we live and it should be very quiet. We'll see when we get down there. We are on the dirt road to the beach, almost there and almost time. I've parked and I can just about see the sea. So let's walk onto the sand and see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens at the new year. Fireworks are already beginning. I'm actually unaware of the time because I forgot my clock. The moon is out in force.
Is it 12 o'clock?
I'm not sure, but whatever happens tonight will happen in that direction. The fireworks are going off. Does that mean it's New Year? I don't know. I do believe that this is New Year for us here in Hua Hin. So, Happy New Year to everybody. I know that you've probably already had your celebration, but belated Happy New Year, and we're just going to enjoy the fireworks now.
Yeah.
So, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. So I do believe that is the end of the fireworks for tonight.
Yeah.
We've had a good year, I think.
Yeah.
Have you had a good year?
Lovely, yes.
I've had a good year, and I sincerely hope that next year is going to be more exciting, more adventures, and a lot more family time with my dad and with everybody else.
Yes.
We're going to say goodbye from Hua Hin Beach on New Year's Day now. It's now 2016. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the thumbs up button if you did. Consider hitting the orange button if you want to support this channel. And we will see you next time.
Bye.